You wuss. Brain Damage Bob!
Welcome to episode 0.5 of the Fun with Brain Damage Bob show. This show is all about argumentation. That's because there are few things quite as fun as a good argument. But you know what I hate? I hate that most people tend to get upset whenever someone disagrees with them. To me, if someone is taking the time to try and correct some error that they believe I'm making, that's a kindness, an act of love even. But too often, and especially on the internet, showing love in that way comes with a big dose of ridicule and name-calling. Online atheists especially will often shower Christians with what seems to be contempt. But after considering it more, I'm thinking it's just a cultural thing. Sort of like the Klingon bonding rituals that involved a lot of clawing and biting, but are really just how they show tender regard. As I prepared to wade into the ongoing debates over religion that rage across the internet, I resolved to think the best of our atheist friends. If they tended to ridicule Christians like myself, it was only because they cared deeply about the truth and cared about the poor ignorant Christians and therefore wanted them to have the truth too. I thought, bless their hearts, they're expending a lot of effort being kind. It made me want to return all the expressions of love that I saw. But since I wasn't very good at ridicule myself, I decided to focus on an individual who seemed to avoid that particular method of showing his regard. Perhaps I'll get the hang of ridicule at a later date. For now, though, I selected a philosopher called Johnathan MS Pearce. After watching a few dozen of his videos, I got to know him better, and now I feel we're on a first-name basis. I encourage other Christians to show the love and subscribe to Johnathan's channel. It's called A Tippling Philosopher. Please watch and like his videos. Subscribe to his channel even. He has a gentle sense of humor and usually avoids outright ridicule. Like all the prominent atheists, though, Johnathan has a UK accent. Now, everyone knows that the UK accent comes with an increase in intelligence that makes those folks smarter than people with an American accent. I considered trying to speak with a British accent myself, but suspected I couldn't really pull it off convincingly. Plus, any observed gain in intelligence would be artificial. Since I had spent a lot of time doing research for a book I was writing that harmonized the Bible's nativity accounts YouTube offered up one of Jonathan's videos on the nativity. I watch atheist videos a lot because I wanted to explore all viewpoints on the subject in the interest of being thorough and not representing the facts. He'd even written a book that was critical of the Bible's version of the events surrounding Christ's birth. I bought and read that book, but since my own work made me fairly knowledgeable about the nativity account, I saw that Johnathan labored under several misconceptions that swayed his opinion into error at several points. So now here I am, wanting to show him the same tender regard he has shown Christians. I encourage other Bible-believing Christians to share the love also. Watch and like his videos on the Tippling Philosopher channel that deal with religion. Comment if you have meaningful content to share. Check out his books also. As I said, he's prolific. In my next video, episode number 1 of the Fun with Brain Damage Bob show, we'll dive right into Jonathan's views about the Star of Bethlehem. It will be fun, I promise. Until then, this is Brain Damage Bob. Take care.